Hey guys, Peyton Snapback here again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys today. This is my December 12th DVD and Blu-ray update. I got 10 movies here to talk about. I got 5 Blu-rays and 5 DVDs. I'm going to start off with the DVDs, or not the Blu-rays, my fault. I'm going to start off with the Blu-rays, and I'm going to do the DVDs. So let's get started, shall we? So the first one here that I got was the original Overboard here on Blu-ray, which I talked about. I did say I had this one to talk about on my Black Friday video, because I did get the remake on Blu-ray. I hadn't watched the remake yet, but I actually really like this movie. This was actually a really fun movie. This has always been my Pop-Up's favorite movie as well. The original one, of course. He hasn't seen the remake yet. He thinks it's not going to be as good as the original is, but I don't know. We'll see. But this is basically about Kurt Russell. He's this, I think he's like this. He's a carpenter, and he ends up doing some work at Goldie Hawn's place on her boat. And, when she's like this, mean and just nasty woman, and basically, she's mean and just hateful to Kurt Russell's character. And one night, she ends up going overboard on her boat and has amnesia, and she basically can't remember anything. She can't remember her name. She just doesn't remember anything, and it happens to be on the news. And Kurt Russell's character, he ends up seeing her on the news, and they're talking about how she got amnesia and stuff. And he has this good idea to get back at her by going to the hospital where she's at and saying, "Oh, that's my wife." And we had 4 kids, because in the movie he has 4 kids. And one of the kids in there, I didn't even recognize him until probably in the middle of the movie, that he was one of the kids from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He was the, I forgot what the kid's name was. I forgot what the kid's name was. It was the kid where he throws the ball through the window, and it activates the shrinking machine. It was that kid. I forgot what his name was in the movie. I don't know his real name. I forgot what his name was in the movie, though. But, he goes to the hospital, and he ends up, like I said, telling the nurses that, oh, this is my wife. And, and she's like, okay, then if you're my husband, then can you describe what I do and all that stuff? And basically, he's basically getting back at her by trying to get all of the money that she was supposed to give to him for the help on the boat, but never paid him back. But I don't know. This was actually a really fun movie to watch. There's no special features or anything. It's just the Blu-ray itself. But this was one of those ones that had the slip case with the VHS on it. I didn't keep that slip cover. I don't know why I didn't. I'm just not really a big slipcover fan. Only probably the Scream and Shout Factory ones. That's pretty much it. And Universal sometimes. It depends on probably what the slipcase looks like now. But I absolutely really love this movie. I'm looking forward to seeing the remake too. I know that the remake is supposed to be kind of the same plot, but it's just a little bit backwards, except it's the husband who goes overboard and he has amnesia. And I guess he's supposed to be the mean and nasty one. But again, I haven't seen the remake yet, so I don't know how good that is. The next one I got. This is a movie that I've been wanting to get for a while, and I have not seen this one in such a long time. I got this on Amazon for about probably $15. And I had this one for a month now, and I just finally recently watched it. But it was the original Stepfather here on Blu-ray. This is the one with Terry O'Quinn in it. And it just spawned 2 sequels. I have not seen the second one. I know they released it on DVD from Synapse, but I'm surprised that they didn't even release it on Blu-ray yet from Synapse. Which I don't want to get the DVD of the second one right now, because I have a feeling that maybe Scream and Shout Factory or something, they'll put it out on Blu-ray one day. And Part 3 never came out to DVD. Well, it came out to DVD on a burn on demand, but it was out of print. And I made myself a copy of the third one. And I actually really like the third one. I really like the intro scene in the third one where he gets plastic surgery. And of course they did a remake, which I kind of like the remake, but yeah, but this is a little bit similar to the remake, But except that in the remake, um, it's it's a boy, a teen, a young teenager. He suspects that the father is the serial killer, but in this one, it's a daughter, a girl that's doing a 16-year-old girl that thinks that he's a killer. But the movie is basically about the stepfather who basically goes around killing people. He's like the serial killer. It starts out with him like you know, getting like dressed, like disguising himself as like a different person, and him leaving his house, which has like a bunch of dead people in it, which was, I think it was like his previous wife that he killed, and he ends up marrying this one woman who has a daughter named Stephanie. But this, and he's like this all nice and perfect husband, but the daughter thinks there's something up about him. There's just something not right about him. She suspects that he's just like one of those people that's just like up to no good. I don't know. I really like this. Really did like this one. This was put out by Shout Factory. I think this was before Scream and Shout Factory existed. But this was released in 2012. I want this. Yeah, 2012. Yeah, 2012. And what's in here? It comes with a little booklet, like some synopsis on the movie. All that stuff. It has some other Blu-ray titles on here, like has the original Piranha that came out, the Audition movie, which Audition's getting, I don't know if I said it in my upcoming movie videos yet, but it's getting a Arrow Video release, and also the original edition of Audition's out of print. But I heard it was like a really strange, like, Asian movie. Or maybe it was Chinese. I don't know what kind of movie it is. But yeah, but I actually really like this one. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not like a perfect movie, It didn't like hold up as much as how I liked it the first time, but it's a pretty fun movie. I kind of enjoyed it. All right, the next one I got. Now this is a new release. This came out probably like last week, not yesterday, but last week. And I did take my pop up to see this in the theaters. I took him to go see it for his birthday. And I always really like these kind of like comedy movies. I know this movie did not do so well for some reason, but it was the movie The Happy Time Murders here on Blu-ray. I don't know. I really actually thought this was a pretty funny movie. And like I said, for some reason, this got so much poor reviews on this. I don't know why. I mean, I really kind of liked it. And my papa did too. I mean, we both really enjoyed it. But this is one of those quirky, like, I don't know what we call them, like comedic, like animated, like films. Like, I like this one a lot better than Sausage Party. Sausage Party was good. I like that one, but this one was like a lot better. This is like probably something I could just watch every day. I don't know. This is basically about this puppet. I forgot what the puppet's name was in the movie. But he's like a cop, and he's like investigating these murders called the Happy Time murders, because people from this TV show called Happy Time or Happy Day, no, Happy Time, I think. I forgot what it was called, but people in that show, or someone is like killing all the puppets that were on the show, and he's trying to investigate like who is doing this and why are they doing it, and, and he becomes partners with Melissa McCarthy, and pretty much they just don't get along. I don't know, this movie, to me, this was actually a really neat movie. I know that there was like a lawsuit or something. It was pretty much because of the name on here. No Sesame, All Street. They got sued just because of that name. It's just kind of weird that they just got sued just for a name, but I don't know. I guess it is what it is. But the special features on here, you get deleted scenes, gag reel, Linorama, virtual environments, avatar demo, VFX breakdown trailers, and feature commentary with director Brian Henson, which I believe that's Jim Henson's son, and Bill Barretta. I don't know, this movie, I really did enjoy this one though. Really hope they do more movies like this though, because this one was actually pretty fun, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that was the Happy Time Murders on Blu-ray. Alright, this next one here I got. This one I got at Walmart, and I didn't think it was going to be good at first, but I watched it, and this is one of those movies I just could not stop watching it, because it was really that good of a movie. This was the movie called Bloodfest here on Blu-ray, and this is basically about. It starts off with the kid right here in the front. You guys probably can't see it. Sorry, there's really not enough light, but it's just hard, especially in the daytime, to try to get, like I've been saying, like good angles to do these kind of videos. But this is basically about starts out with him, the main character. I don't know what his name is in the movie, but when he was little, he ended up witnessing his mother get murdered by someone in a mask. It's many years later, and he's a big fan of horror movies. He wants to go to this horror convention called Bloodfest. And his father is not really too sure about him going to, going to this convention. He's like, why do you even like horror movies? Don't you remember what happened to your mother? And he's like, yeah, but... He's like, he just don't really care. He just wants to go to this horror fest. But what he doesn't know is when he goes there, there's like the owner, or the guy who's running the Bloodfest thing. It's like so crazy. Like, I don't know, it was kind of like The Purge in a sort of a way. It was, what do you do? He, was basically, they were celebrating, like there was a scene on here where the owner, he had these girls to volunteer to be dead. And of course, people thought that it was going to be fake, but he actually kills them. And basically they're trying to find a way to escape this bloodfest, because, actually, these people are actually dying, and basically he's trying to make his own movie. That's what it is. I really did enjoy this one. Like I said, this was one of those ones I thought was not going to be, like, very good, but it was really good. I really did enjoy this one. Alright, the next one here. Yes, I know. This one did come out from Scream and Shout Factory. Why didn't I get that release? I don't know. Like I said, for some reason, I'm just only a big fan of the original releases. I'll go and get the Scream and Shout Factory releases of certain movies. It has like a certain feature on there. But this is from Anchor Bay, and this is the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night here on Blu-ray. This one I got on Amazon. I figured since it's Christmas month, so why not get a Christmas slasher horror movie for Christmas? This is one of those movies too where this one also, I think it was in theaters for 10 days, and then it was a little banned or something. I don't know. I wasn't born back in 1984. Yeah, 1984. I know this was put out by Scream and Shout Factory as well, and they said that the way it looked from the Scream and Shout Factory release, it looked pretty good in that version. It looked pretty good on Blu-ray. And I know yesterday too, I really kind of want to get my hands on that one. And I know it's not a great one, but I always really like that one just as much as this one. But Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 came out from Scream and Shout Factory yesterday. And but this is basically about starts off with a boy named Billy Chapman. He ends up witnessing his mother and father get raped and killed by this person in a Santa Claus suit. And probably many years later, he's in this orphanage, and he's getting abused by this one nun named Mother Superior. And because she's basically trying to help him stop thinking from all the traumatizations that he had when he was a kid. She basically just slaps him and beats him. It's just I don't know. This is one of those movies. Sometimes it kind of bothers me because how I am with those kind of movies with child abuse and stuff. I just can't really sit down and just watch these movies about kids being abused, because it has some of that stuff in here. But it's years later, and he works at this toy factory, or this toy store, and the guy who's supposed to be Santa Claus in the toy store didn't end up showing. They wanted him to be dressed up as Santa Claus, and of course, that's when the killing starts happening, because the killing doesn't go on until later on in the movie. He basically puts on the suit and he just goes crazy. He's out of his mind, killing people who's basically bad or has done something naughty. And I really like this one just as much as the remake, because the remake was very, very, very different. And I know this spawned 4 sequels as well. Which part 3, I haven't seen part 3, 4, and 5 in a long time. I know, like, part 3 had something to do with the Billy Chapman and the Ricky Chapman, his brother in the movie. Those characters, but 4 and 5, it just had nothing to do with any of the first 3 whatsoever. Especially part 5. Part 5 was the one about the killer dolls. I can't remember what that one was, but it had Mickey Rooney in it. Fourth one, I can't really remember, but I did not really like that one that much. And part 3, I don't think I really liked part 3 that much either. I think the ones I probably really care for is the first 2 and the remake. And I'm going to get the 3, 4, and 5 if they come out the Blu-ray one day, which I'm pretty sure they will, because all these other horror movies are coming to Blu-ray, so I will just get them just for the Silent Deadly Night collection, you know. I don't know, this one is pretty good. I really kind of like that one. Alright, now on to the DVDs. The first one I got for DVD, it was kind of funny too, because this was actually it wasn't on sale on the Black Friday, but this was in their Black Friday thing. It wasn't on the sale thing. I guess they were trying to put this for the, they meant to put this in the DVD, the $5 DVD bin. I guess it was put in there by mistake. But this is the classic Nickelodeon movie called Good Burger here on DVD. And I really always loved this movie. I remember I first saw this when I was in school. This is the Kenan and Kel film. Rewatching this one again, it was just so much fun. Really hopefully one day this comes to Blu-ray. But this is basically about Kel Mitchell. He plays as this what do you call it? Like a waiter. And he works at this fast food restaurant called Good Burger. And you know, there's another fast food restaurant that's being built across from Good Burger called Mondo Burger. And of course, you know, what happens is Mondo Burger's trying to get all the customers, try to take them away from Good Burger. And you know, there's a sauce that Kel Mitchell's character, he ends up making, and that's how he gets, you know, the customers back. I don't know, this movie's kind of hard to explain, but I always really loved this movie. And it has on here too. There's no special features on it, but we get some guest stars on here. We get Shaquille O'Neal is in this, George Clinton's in this, and what's his name plays a teacher. Sinbad's in this, and he plays as a teacher. And Dan Schneider's in this one as well, which, you know, he's basically like the director of like or maybe the executive producer, I'm not sure, but he's the one who did like iCarly, Drake and Josh, like all those kind of like those modern day, those live action Nickelodeon shows. But yeah, I really did enjoy this one. Really loved rewatching this one again, and like I said, hopefully get the Blu-ray release. I know too, this is one of those ones that was out of print for a while, but this is the re-release of this. This was released last year in 2017 from, you know, the newer Nickelodeon app. But yeah, really love this movie. Next one here I got, this is another Nickelodeon movie. This was really fun rewatching this one as well. I remember watching this one on TV when it first came on. Really loved it. And this is a burn on demand, just to let you guys know. And I thought I was never going to get this, but I actually got it on Amazon for a good price. This is the Merry Christmas Drake and Josh here on DVD. And yes, this is, like I said, this is burn on demand, so you have to get this on Amazon. In case you guys are wondering, this is not press disc. It's actually like a bootleg release, but it'll work in any player. It's an actual release. It's just a burn on demand, but you know, rewatching this one again, especially for Christmas, it was really fun rewatching this one again. This is one of those ones I could just watch over and over and over again. I don't know. It was really fun to rewatch this again. This is one of those ones I've been meaning to get for a long time on DVD. Really fun watching this. But this is basically about Drake and Josh. They end up getting arrested. Well, yeah, they end up getting arrested. First, Josh ends up getting arrested. He ends up calling the cops on these people that were destroying this like party that Drake was having, and I guess the cops thought that he was one of the punks. He ends up going to jail, but Drake he promises this little girl played by Bailey Madison to give her the best Christmas ever, and apparently you can never break a Christmas promise is what the line was in the movie, and he needs Josh's help, so he ends up breaking Josh out of jail. Of course, they get caught and they get charged for that, but and there's this probation officer who's like so hateful and just like giving them tickets for no reason, and the sentence was that they have like, they're on the ankle bracelet and they have to give this little girl the best Christmas ever, and they all have to agree to say yes, they had the best Christmas ever. If one of them says no, they have to go to jail. But I don't know. This was such a fun movie, really fun. It was really fun rewatching this one again, especially on like a standard like DVD. And again, this is a burn on demand, so this is one of those ones you have to get on Amazon. And I know a lot of these Nickelodeon burn on demands have gone out of print. I know like a lot of the Drake and Josh ones especially have gone out of print, but this one, as far as I know, this never went out of. This hasn't gone out of print yet. This is probably the only one, because I know like there was other Drake and Josh burn on demands that went out of print, the best of seasons 1 and 2 and the best of seasons 3 and 4. Like, it's just a shame that these ones have just gone out of print. I guess they just weren't selling well. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah. But like I said, really fun movie. Absolutely loved this. This was actually like probably one of the greatest TV movies that Nickelodeon's ever done. Because nowadays with Nickelodeon, they just don't do that much good of like TV shows anymore, or not TV movies anymore. I mean, it's just always these like ridiculous ones. They're just not like the same anymore. But it's probably never going to happen. But I really hope that probably like Josh Peck and Drake Bell, they come back and do like another like movie or something like, just come back and do like one more movie or something, just like a reunion like movie. It's probably not going to happen, but you never know. But I really hope that they come back and do something like this again. Alright, the next one I got, this was also a TV movie. This is a TV movie from Investigation Discovery. This one was okay. I watched this the other night. It was okay. It's not perfect. It's not like the greatest like TV movie, but I did kind of like this one. And I like to collect movies that's from Investigation Discovery, but this is a movie called The Dating Game Killer here on DVD, and it's kind of funny too, because it's not in this update. It'll probably be in the next update if I finish it. But there was also another movie was a TV series that was released from Investigation Discovery as well, which I'm not going to say what that was, but you'll probably see it in the next update. But this is based on a true story, of course, about this killer named Rodney Akella. It starts out with him killing this little girl. Well, he didn't kill her. What he did was I think he lured her to an apartment complex, or to a hotel room, and basically he raped her and probably, I think he made her unconscious, but she survived that. But he was like this killer. In the 70s, they said that he killed probably almost like 8 to 130 people. He would also star in this show called Dating Game. He would kill all these women, just like torture them, beat them to death. Like, I don't know. This guy was so crazy. I mean, and he was sentenced to death, but as far as I know, from what I've heard, I think he's still on death row to this day. I don't know. This one was okay. It's not great, but really glad that they released the Investigation Discovery DVD though. But I got this at Walmart for about $10, by the way. Alright, this next one I got, this was a bootleg movie I did. As far as I know, this one is still not gotten like a proper like DVD or Blu-ray release yet. But this is a movie called The Paperboy here on DVD-R, which I bootlegged. And this movie I watched the other night. I absolutely really loved this movie. This movie was so freaking crazy. It looks like something, by the way, this cover right here, it looks like something that Scream and Shout Factory will put out. Because I know they just recently finally put out Scream for Help, which is probably another one of my favorite movies, which that was one of the ones I did bootleg because I didn't think it was going to get released, but it finally got released on Blu-ray months ago. But this movie is it's one of those stalky, like, obsession type movies. This is basically about starts off with this 12-year-old boy. He ends up killing this elderly woman, and the people that goes into her house. I think it was like her daughter, and the daughter's daughter as well, like a little girl. They end up staying at the house because her mother died, and the Paperboy, the boy on here, he ends up being so obsessed with her, with the daughter, the mother meaning, and he ends up just going to the house like without their permission, just like he did such an amazing job in this movie. And it's a shame he doesn't act anymore, but he did. This movie was really well done, and his acting was so good. I mean, he ends up going crazy in this movie, and he just becomes obsessed with the woman, and I don't know. He gets so angry whenever she's dating this one guy, and whenever she's got other plans to do, he basically wants her to himself. He the mother doesn't seem to where his parents are, because he's always spending time with her more and playing with her kid more. I don't know, this movie, I really did enjoy this one. This was actually a really well done movie. Definitely you guys need to check this one out, and hopefully maybe at some point Scream and Shout Factory, I have a feeling Scream and Shout Factory is going to be the company that's going to put this out to Blu-ray. I really hope it gets released, because this one was actually really cool to watch. Alright, and the last one here, this one I had for 2 months, but I just finally finished it. And this one I got at Target. I believe it was about $15. But this was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's a Beautiful Day collection here on DVD. And I think this is, as far as I know, this is actually the first Mr. Rogers DVD that came out. But this basically has like his memorable like episodes from 1979 to 2001, and it's a 4-disc set, and includes 30 episodes. I'm not going to read exactly what the episodes are. They're just like random like episodes. And also, what it also includes on here is, I think it's the pilot episode, the original black and white episode, which I watched a little bit of that, and kind of really wasn't the same. Because I know, like, the way the house looks, it didn't really look the same. But, other than that, though, I really did love the set, though. I really liked rewatching some good episodes. There was one episode on here I really liked. I watched last night about fortune cookies and how, like, fortune cookies were made. I really liked that one episode. I remember as a kid, though, I always watched, like, episodes of this as a kid when I was, like, probably 3. The thing I would always remember is him going into the door and putting on, like, a sweatshirt. Not sweatshirt, a sweater on. I always remember the trolley scene. I always remember that weird land, the neighborhood of make-believe. I always remembered that. I always remember those puppets, too, in that little miniature town. Whenever he's going somewhere, it shows, like, what the building he's going in. I don't know. It was really fun rewatching some episodes again. Absolutely really enjoyed the show. And I know recently they did a documentary, and it was a burn-on-demand Blu-ray that came out called Won't You Be My Neighbor. Yeah, but like I said, really loved the show. Really loved rewatching it again. And that is it for this DVD and Blu-ray update. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And I promise this week, this Saturday, is going to be in upcoming movies number 163. Sorry, I was supposed to do it last Saturday, but I never got to. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And there's going to be another DVD and Blu-ray update in the next 2 weeks. Because, like I said, I'm going to try to do these ones every 2 Wednesdays. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.